Anyway, we're ready for
Yeah, speaking of name changes.
two recent name changes here. Torao versus Gohan, Unlucky versus Manosaba, you know.
And, you know, Gohan just posts a copy pasta in chat about warm-ups, and then Unlucky just does that, and yeah, sure.
Should have done a warm-up. I think Gohan did tell him, and yeah, Unlucky didn't listen, and that's, you know, that's what you get, I think. Gohan just some 5-4 stacking opener, not even doing anything fancy. Just, you know, building Surge the old-fashioned way. Forced to break though. But some multiple eye dependencies. Find some sort of janky donations to make it work, and Unlucky some missteps on their board. Yeah.
Yeah, they
almost
get out. They almost gained their board state back, almost had something working, but it was just like a horizontal eye misdrop that really did them in there.
Yeah, it's definitely something, especially when you're, you know, at a disadvantage in a matchup. I find myself pushing my speed a lot more as a way to gain an advantage, because it's more risky, but it's sort of, you have to try to keep up, and that just will lead to some more misdrops usually.
Ooh, yep,
yeah, like that.
Misdrop.
Like that.
But that had a nice out, though.
Yeah, Gohan also had some trouble on their board, so it sort of evens out here. And then, yeah, we do see Unlucky in the last set had a PPS average of, I think, about 3.7, and
the best rotate.
Yeah, they definitely have, you know, picked up the pace a bit here. Ooh, that misdrop from Gohan was very rough. I saw that on the stream replay, and ouch. Oh, that's some more misdrops from Gohan.
I mean, almost livable.
No, that looks alive. Oh, no, the TPs, no. Oh, that's so sad. But, yeah. Gohan not in the mood yet, yeah? Maybe both players could have benefited from a warm-up, but what am I to say? Ooh. Good garbage well for Unlucky. Oh, but eye dependency at a bad time, and yeah, Gohan manages to punish.
Yeah, that was just them being able to outspeed their Unlucky. Was really hoping that they could get the right pieces in time. They could just continue on with the line that they were going for, but Gohan with the pressure there, very difficult player to play against in that sense.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, that looks like another misdrop from Unlucky, and Gohan, yeah, left to their own devices when they actually get their loops is very difficult to play against.
Mech Heart from Gohan here to start us off. Both players getting that back-to-back going early, but Gohan is the one who breaks first and immediately misdrops the eyepiece.
Yeah, just... Oh, that T is pointing the wrong way on Unlucky's board. Find some good TSSs to sort of fix their board state, but now Gohan has surge advantage, which is not a good spot to be in against Gohan, because they can do that. Who makes the
survival's insane though.
Yeah, makes the piece climb. Gohan doing some very greedy back-to-back preservation at the top of their board. But
Unlucky just had a couple of misdrops there at the end. That
O piece is ow. And yeah, Gohan taking a lead.
Unlucky's the first one to break here, and that 17 spike, that's going to leave some messy garbage on Gohan's board, as they're definitely pausing to think about their spins right now. This isn't exactly what you want to be doing this high up on the board. Gohan breaks with the 25 spike. Unlucky with the mech heart shape up at the top of the board. Misdrops the eyepiece, and that's what causes them to not be able to live that counter spike from Gohan there. That is wild.
Yeah.
Gohan's had some really interesting openers.
Yeah, it honestly feels pretty freestyle what they do.
Yeah.
They just go on first to break. Unlucky barely doesn't think they can get away with reading the Surge Preservation though, and instead chooses to break in time. Very neutral on Surge.
There's the spike break there from Gohan with the 22, but Unlucky doesn't have to break at all. Keeps that mech heart shape going, building up that back-to-back. Gohan has the sidewell here with the 26 spike, trying to pressure, hope the break there. There's the break.
Was that the break? But Unlucky in a position to maybe keep pressuring. But Gohan's board is just a bit too clean, and looks like we're back in neutral. Unlucky mech harding again to try and maybe get the surge advantage back. Some more mech harding. Breaks for a 19 spike, and Gohan has some cheese on their board again, but it's not very difficult cheese to work through apparently, because we are once more in a neutral spot. Some plonking from Gohan, I think. Maybe. Oh no, that eyepiece. That is not the time and the place for an eyepiece misdrop. That is very unfortunate.
And that was really well played by Unlucky. They were really good at keeping their board in a reasonable state, getting that back-to-back going despite the pressure from the other side. But it's just that one mistake right at the end is
shot at redemption, because Gohan had a pretty bad misdrop, and I think also missed the piece in there. But,
oh no.
Yeah, Unlucky. Yeah, I will not comment on this. I will just.
I think that OP's moving side to side is enough of a comment on the situation.
Simply move on, go next is the way to handle this, I think.
Unlucky with the clean well here. Gohan with the mech heart shape over his well.
This.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the eyepiece is just very late, and yeah, that's just not livable barely. And that is match point for Gohan.
Finn from Gohan there. Love that, but it causes them to break back-to-back, so how great is it? And then the misdrop on the L piece right there.
I mean, you gotta get some style points on match point. That is a disgusting combo. The Revive players would be happy about that combo into TSD, I think.
Hello? I cannot believe you survived that long. That was insane.
Yeah, that was kind of rude. And honestly, had an out there, had the piece order not been like the worst possible thing, maybe. This MS2 piece order always trips me up. This is like not the way I build my MS2, and it confuses me and scares me.
Ooh, the PC there from Unlucky.
It doesn't do anything, but you know, it's yeah, it's got big glowy letters, which, you know, how bad is that? Well, quite bad apparently. Unfortunate. Should I say? Should I say unlucky? I probably shouldn't.
That's a quick win there from Gohan there, but really interesting to see. There was so much going on. The mech heart shapes were so common, though. It's amazing how those players are able to find those shapes and build that setup just so consistently.